What's going on, guys? Hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to craft video success stories that actually drive business growth. So let's get into it. So, real world, real stories, real world results. Turning customer success stories into engaging video success stories is going to be one of the most powerful ways that you can showcase your business's impact. So, instead of simply telling potential customers how great your product or service is, what you're going to want to be doing is you want to show them the real world results through the eyes of your satisfied customers. So, what's going to happen is you're going to transform your ordinary testimonials into stories that not only promote your business, but are going to really resonate deeply with your core audience. So, the power of storytelling, how do we actually go ahead and put your viewers into the shoes of your customer? Now, it's important to note that storytelling is really the key to actually being able to create compelling video content that is going to connect with viewers on an emotional level. So, you can take your audience on a journey that's really going to allow them to experience those challenges, those solutions, and really triumphs that your customer is going to experience. So here's how you actually go ahead and do that. So one is you want to identify the hero. Now the customer in your story is, for all intents and purposes, the hero. What we want to do is we want to focus in on their journey. So specifically how they faced a challenge, found your business as a solution, and then as a result, achieve success. The viewer should see themselves in the hero's shoes and really identify with the customer on screen. So secondly is we want to highlight the conflict. So every good story, as I'm sure you guys know, has a conflict. So in the context of a customer success story, this is really the problem or pain point that your customer was facing before they found your solution in your business. So what we want to do is we want to emphasize this to really help build attention and engage the viewer. And lastly, here is we want to incorporate emotion. So, what we want to do is we want to use music, visuals, and pacing to help us amplify the emotional impact of the story with our viewer. Whether it's relief from a long-standing problem, joy of newfound success, or pride in achieving a goal, emotion is really the substance that helps to make stories memorable and impactful for those going ahead and watching it. So, how do we actually structure a customer success story from start to finish? I'm going to be briefly going over our 6 step documentary approach to help you go ahead and create your own customer success story. So, the first step here is going to be setting the scene. What we want to do is we want to start by introducing the customer and their situation. So, where were they before they discovered your solution? And what we can do is we can really leverage B roll that can help show their work environment, their home, or just their daily routine to help set up the scene and really introduce the viewer to your customer. Secondly, is we want to go about and establish the problem. So we want to dive into the specific challenges that the customer was facing, and we want to use interviews with the customer to actually explain the pain points in their own words. This section should ultimately make the viewer feel, the urgency and the necessity of the customer needing to find that solution and ultimately stumbling upon and leveraging your business. Thirdly, is we want to paint the picture and ultimately paint the journey to find a solution. So we want to document the process that the customer went through to go ahead and actually find your product or service. So we want to explore and really showcase what alternatives did they consider. What was their thought processes as they were trying to figure out a solution? And the ultimate goal for this section is we want to help build credibility by showing that the customer made an informed decision after exploring multiple options and multiple routes. So next is we want to move into discovering your product or service. So here we want to introduce your product or service as a solution to this customer's problem. So we really want to leverage a mix of interviews, product demos, and ultimately customer feedback to go ahead and highlight how your solution in particular addressed this customer's specific needs and pain points. Next, and moving towards the end here of our 6 step approach, is we want to showcase the transformation. Now, what this really means is we want to show the results. We want to indicate how your product or your service has actually changed the customer's life or business in real time. So we really want to leverage and really utilize real world metrics, so hard, tangible data that really shows the before and after comparison and really allows us to emotionally really underscore that success that your solution, your service, your product was able to generate for this customer. And then lastly is we want to reflect on their journey. So we want to wrap up the video by having the customer reflect on their journey from where they started to where they are now, and really want to have them speak on what they've learned. So what would they say to others facing similar challenges? What is a few lessons or a few takeaways that they can speak on this whole journey from when they first started out to where they are now. And we want them to really end with a powerful positive statement that's just going to leave a lasting impression on your viewer. So, what are some best practices when it comes to creating effective customer success stories that are going to give you guys some really great results in your business? So, the first best practice is we want to leverage authenticity, because authenticity is key. So we want to keep it real. These days, viewers can tell when something is scripted or overly polished. So we really want to leverage authenticity to help us build trust and really let our customers speak in their own words and let that viewer know that this is a real experience. These are real words. It's not overly scripted. And this is something that they can trust. Secondly, is we want to keep it concise. Attention spans are short, so we want to aim to keep videos in between 1 to 3 minutes. This length is going to give us enough time to tell a compelling story, but also it's short enough to make sure that we're holding the viewer's attention and we're not boring them. Thirdly, is we want to focus on a high quality production. Now, this is really important, and it's often, in my opinion, I think slept on or underrated or pushed aside. At the end of the day, this customer success story could be the first impression or the first sort of touch point that, a potential prospect is coming across your brand. So we want to make sure that we're, you know, that we're having them see something that is high quality, that they really resonate with our brand as something that is a quality service. And if we're putting out there a video that, is shaky, is not focused, is not high quality, we're going to be leaving a bad impression right off the bat. With our business. So we always want to make sure that we're focusing on producing a high quality production and making sure that, the lighting is good, the sound is good, and whoever is watching that video is able to really take away the core message and not have a lack of visual quality hinder that experience. Fourth is we want to make sure that we're leveraging the use of visual storytelling. So we won't want to solely rely on talking heads of our customer. We want to mix in visual elements such as footage of the customer's environment, animations, and graphics to really help us illustrate and move this story along. Visual storytelling is going to keep the audience engaged and help you really convey complex information in a more effective and simple manner. Next is we want to optimize for multiple platforms. So tailoring your video for different platforms is very important. So for a full length version, you might, publish this on your website or YouTube, but for shorter clips and, leveraging short form content platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you're going to want to really tailor that approach for the platform that you're going to be publishing this video on. So again, if you're publishing on Instagram or TikTok, for example, you're going to want to leverage more of a shorter form video and shorter form clips versus if you're going ahead and publishing something, let's say on your website or YouTube, you can leverage a fuller length version because those are longer form content platforms. And then lastly is we want to leverage customer quotes. So this is really important. We really want to go ahead and highlight key quotes from your customer throughout the video. These sound bites can really serve as powerful testimonials themselves within the broader narrative of transformation. You going ahead and actually taking your customer from, a not so ideal situation and really transforming them to, a thriving situation where their business is growing and they've gone ahead and, really achieved the goals that they're looking to achieve. So transforming testimonials into customer success stories is ultimately all about more than, just promoting your business. It's a real tangible way that you can go ahead and to connect with your audience on a deeper level. Using storytelling, structuring your videos similar to documentaries, can help you create powerful narratives that not only showcase your product or service, but they're going to help you build trust and credibility with potential prospects and potential customers. So you want to embrace the power of customer success stories and let them become your strongest advocates for your business and have them work for you. Even when you're not working, these guys are going to be working behind the scenes to really help build a strong trust and credibility base for your business. That's all, guys, for this video. I really hope it was useful. Hope you guys got a lot of value from it. Make sure to comment below. Would love to hear what section you guys liked the most, or different nuggets of value you guys got from the video. Again, I'll see you guys in the next one, and thank you for tuning into this video. Peace.